Buckle up, everyone, because so many brand new rides are coming to Disney's theme parks. We're talking about them all today here on Disney Dazzle. Hey everybody, welcome to Disney Dazzle. The Disney parks are good at a lot of things, shows and restaurants, giving you that awful depressing pit in your stomach when you know you have to leave soon. But one of the things these parks are most well known for are their rides. Of course, and lucky for us, more brand new Disney rides are on their way, not just in Disney World, but in every single Disney park around the world. Now, as we look into all the latest Disney rides in the making, or at the very least in the planning stages of being made, just keep in mind that the guidelines for each of the parks for new and popular attractions alike can get really long and may take some extra planning before your trip to make sure you can juggle all the rides you're wanting to ride in one visit. For parks in the States, we've got Disney Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes to help us out. So let's start in the USA for our first round of new rides coming to the Disney scene. If you've been staying up to date with all the Disney World and Disneyland news in 2023, then you're probably already aware that Splash Mountain took its last plunge into the laughing place at the beginning of this year. But that's because Disney is ready to majorly retheme this classic clog film into Tiana's bio-adventure based around the animated Disney film Princess and the Frog. The story of the attraction, as Disney shares, picks up during New Orleans Carnival season, and Tiana is hosting a Mardi Gras party for her city and the community that supported her now highly successful restaurant. But Tiana realizes that the party is missing a key ingredient and she needs your help to find it. I don't know what good I'm going to do, but hey, who am I to question Tiana? Well, the log plum layout will stay pretty much the same as before. The ride scenes will introduce us to fun new characters, lots of lighting and technical effects, and not to spoil anything, but there's going to be a happily ever after too with a full-on colorful Mardi Gras party. Diana's Bayou Adventure isn't set to open until late 2024, but we've already seen lots of construction progress for this ride taking place in both Disneyland and Disney World. And we'll continue to keep you updated on other new milestones we come across for this ride. Now, in case you're curious, there is one remaining version of the OG Splash Mountain that remains in the Disney scene, and that's the version over in Tokyo Disneyland. That's a park that's got a lot of new rides coming its way to, which we'll talk about more later on in the video. Now, these next two ride additions that I want to talk about aren't exactly brand new Disney rides or anything, but they are brand new ride elements. Over in Disneyland, Hollywood Studios, and actually Disneyland Paris, Star Tours will be getting updated with brand new ride scenes for even more ride variations each time you hop onto this 3D flight simulator. You can expect to see these new scenes pop up during your Star Tours experience later in 2024. And the cult classic favorite character from Disneyland's version of the Haunted Mansion, aka the Hatbox Ghost, will soon be making his bone-chilling debut in Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion too. Very recently, we learned that the Hatbox Ghost will be materializing in the Endless Hallway. We're still not quite sure when he'll become a permanent resident of the Florida area, but we do know it should happen sometime soon. Now, well, those are all the big set and stone Disney World rides for now. There is the potential of more ride additions for the Florida parks on the horizon. During the D23 Expo last year, Josh D'Amaro, chairman of the Disney Parks Experiences and Products, announced that Disney has a few major projects in early development right now. Now, the biggest include Magic Kingdom expansion with new lands based around El Cento, Encanto, and Coco, and the Disney Villains even. And there's a possible complete overhaul of Dinoland USA and Disney's Animal Kingdom with some brand new Moana and Zootopia areas. They were teased. But since the expo, we haven't really heard a lot more about these potential expansions since the projects themselves are still in their blue sky stage, aka they're Disney's highly considered concepts, but still just concepts. While we probably won't see these lands in development until way later down the line if they happen at all, we did get a sneak peek at some very interesting ride blueprints that might just point toward a future Moana-inspired boat ride for the distant future. In 2021, Disney filed a patent for a boat motion simulator, which includes several images of what this attraction could possibly look like. Theoretically, this simulator would be able to create the actual feeling of boat-type motions, all while floating naturally and vertically supported by buoyancy in the water. But here's where things get real interesting. In another one of the blueprint figures, you can see a larger image of the attraction, including a dome screen for projected images with Moana and Maui on a separate boat. Now, don't get too excited yet, my friends, as boat technology could be used in any number of attractions or none. But the image of Moana and Maui still suggests that this could be intended specifically for a Moana-themed ride. But we won't know that with 100% certainty until Disney comes out and announces something themselves. Meanwhile, over in Disneyland, Avengers Campus will be expanding into the multiverse. During the 2022 D23 convention, we learned that at the heart of this new Avengers Campus area, DCA is planning on opening up a new attraction where guests can battle alongside superheroes and villains from everywhere and every timeline too. Now back before even opened in DCA, there was a ride that was supposed to open up along with the area that sounds pretty familiar to this one. So it could be the same ride that got swept under the rug before, or it could be an entirely new concept. We also have no idea when this ride is projected to be released. There are so many what-ifs surrounding it that it could star on its very own Disney Plus episode. But what we do know for sure is that a new villain, King Thanos, is going to be introduced during this ride whenever it does open. And if that doesn't get your heart feeling all warm and fuzzy inside, then I don't know what will. In the meantime, you can still ride Disney California Adventure's newest ride in the park, Web Slingers: A Spider-Man Adventure, which did open up with Adventures Campus back in 2021. Now, out of all the Disney parks, Tokyo Disney Sea is by far and away keeping the most busy with its up-and-coming rides and attractions. Tokyo Disney is getting ready to open up a brand new port called Fantasy Springs, which will bring 3 new areas into the park themed around Tangled, Frozen, and Peter Pan. With these 3 new areas, the park will also be receiving 4 new attractions. You'll be able to take a relaxing boat ride through the Lantern Festival in Corona, team up with the Lost Boys on an epic adventure to save John Darling from a dastardly group of pirates, explore Tinkerbell's home in Pixie Hollow, and let it go with Elsa in a ride that we believe is going to be very similar to the Frozen Ever After dark ride that currently exists in Epcot, but with updated animatronics and technology. Versions of Frozen Ever After will also appear in Paris and Hong Kong too, but I'm going to stop right there or else I'd be getting ahead of myself. This new Fantasy Springs area in Tokyo Disney Sea was originally going to open up in 2023, but because of those pandemic-related delays, this port is now projected to open in spring 2024. But that's not all we will be bringing more for you. To stay updated on all things Disney Dazzle, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your magical journey starts with us. And join our Disney Dazzle by subscribing. Remember, the more you know, the more magical your trip will be.